After a long and cold Easter, the staff at the blood bank were enjoying a well-deserved lunch break. However, one doctor, Dr. Harker, had seen some things he was sure were a big mistake. The next day, Dr. Harker disclosed to his boss all that he'd seen transpire.
"Dr. Dracula, I saw one of my colleagues drinking the blood. I think they might be a vampire."
Dr. Dracula nodded and listened, and then sent Dr. Harker on his way. Unaware that Dr. Dracula was also a vampire, Dr. Harker didn't worry once for the rest of the day. However, the next day the other doctors had heard about Harker's complaint and were none too impressed. They teased him, they spread rumors about him, and his direct supervisor dismissed him, leaving him understandably quite distressed. Dr. Harker went to see a lawyer, but he didn't fancy his chances. He wasn't aware that there had been amendments to whistleblower protections that had made some significant advances. An eligible whistleblower doesn't have to be a current employee. They can be a former employee too. Blood Bank Proprietary Limited is a company. It's a regulated entity. Because vampires stealing blood is misconduct relating to the affairs of the company and is a danger to the public, this is a disclosable matter. It turns out that Dr. Dracula was in a lot of trouble. After discovering that Blood Bank Proprietary Limited didn't even have a whistleblower policy, the judge gave him a dose of garlic that really burst his bubble. As Dr. Harker had been terminated, he was entitled to be reinstated. He didn't fancy the company of vampires. He opted for compensation that was to be backdated. To make matters worse for Dr. Dracula, Dr. Harker found out that no action had been taken. This enabled him to leak it to the press without fear of retaliation from the Forsaken. With the changes to the Act, here's a helpful summary for HR managers. A whistleblower can be a current or former employee, a contractor or supplier, or even a relative or dependent of one of these people. Companies must have whistleblower policies or they're liable for a fine. It must set out protections and support available, as well as how they will investigate complaints. A whistleblower must report information to an authorized person, like an officer, senior manager, auditor, or other person. If they reasonably believe the entity is not dealing with the matter and it is a threat to the public or financial system, then they can tell the media or parliament.